Hey guys, Tofuru here, and welcome back to some more Danganronpa. And here we are, entering our 4th court trial, or class trial, over the case of Mechamaru. Let's figure out who did it. And, I guess right now my only inclination is it was somebody on the strawberry side, maybe? I don't know who would do it. I mean, Sonia seems desperate enough. Akane wouldn't do it. I don't think Chiaki is capable. Fuyuhiko, I think, is repentant on his ways. Maybe our great demon prince there is a capable person of it. As is Nagito. I feel like he isn't it, just because of the fact that he didn't know what was going on. Unless he's been playing dumb this entire time. But, we'll figure it out. It'd be crazy if, like, it was all thrown for a loop and we already knew about it.
Hey.
When we're all in a normal elevator that shakes this bad, it reminds me of how efficient that elevator in the Funhouse was.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true. The elevator continued to shake and descended deeper and deeper, and suddenly came to a screeching halt. Alright, and the door opened. Ooh, a Funhouse-themed courtroom, huh? I understand your desire to applaud this wonderfully vulgar trial ground. But it's so exhausting to discuss useless things. So, let's get on with it already. It's so sad. My chest hurts. Forcing everyone to do this is so sad.
Hey, come on now.
Don't go talking without permission after I've said my catchphrase.
Now I'm really angry.
Oh my god. Otherwise, I'll roll a dice, and based on the result, I'll give you a sex change operation on that many times. What an extreme punishment.
Now then.
Let's get it on. Once again. Let's get a move on, boys and girls. Alright, I guess. And so it begins. I hope this would never happen again. And now it's happening for the 4th time. Yeah, man, you really, I figured it out in the first one. You really can't stop the killings from happening. The best you can do is solve each crime as they come forth, and try to maintain a level head of sanity while you're doing it. I mean, otherwise, there's really not much else, because it's based on other people and trusting other people to figure out their emotions before they do the crimes in the first place. You know, it's kind of difficult. Nekomaru Nidai, the ultimate team manager. He was more passionate, more daring, and more honest than anybody I'd ever met. Truly, he was more of a man than any of us. He sacrificed his body to protect Akane, and his appearance changed drastically because of that. But he still tried to live earnestly. And just when I finally got used to his new form, someone cut his life short. Nekomaru's killer. Jeez, it's so crazy to see the portraits is one of us. Killing someone because it's the only way to survive is no excuse. I won't let this be excused. I won't forgive this. The person who betrayed Nekomaru, who betrayed their friends, I will never, ever forgive them. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Wow, Hinata, you got some freaking straight-up lyric. You got some deep thoughts to spill out in the vocab right here. Alright, let's open up. I don't think we learned any new skills. I think we're fine. I think we're all good. Our difficulty, still mean? Alright, good. We're all ready. So let's start this case and figure out what's gonna go down. I just wonder who succumbed to their hunger first, you know?
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Thanks, Monokuma, I needed that.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Oh, that's cool. So every killer gets their own special icon. Didn't notice that before.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go!
Sure, Monokuma, sure.
Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Dude, he loves threatening Monami.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
I think it's just a combination of interests there, Akane. Don't worry about it.
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
Fair enough.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower from Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning?
Yes, he was.
Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
He loves jumping to conclusions, huh?
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Wow.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House. We went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
It's almost like Monokuma kind of set this up to happen, considering the telephone being there and all that.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
I mean, it could go either way, to be honest, Akane.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes.
That's a bold statement there, Akane.
One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here!
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
Ooh, this is gonna be the first contention. I mean, is it the hammer or is it the pillar?
Well, the weapon is obvious, right? What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
You can tell what the weapon is just by looking. If it wouldn't have been much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably the hammer, but it should be the pillar, guys. That's what hit him, obviously. Yeah. Tripped over pillar. There we go. Not the new looking hammer, I'm assuming.
I guess we should figure out the weapon
All right.
first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right! It was a surprise beating! The weapon is decided!
It was definitely not a surprise beating. The hammer in the tower was the weapon. Like you said, it looks like that's the case, but...
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that and beat the crap out of him!
No. I mean, it seems like that.
Damn it!
You know what? It might be important to include the wire with the hammer.
I guess we should figure out.
The weapon was right there.
That pillar.
I thought
No,
about that.
the killer used and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right.
It was a surprise beating.
No? Not it? Okay.
Damn it!
Alright. Let's try for pillar, because it obviously
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the.
That pillar.
No, the killer used and beat the crap out of him.
Nope, not that one. Alright. This is getting difficult.
Damn it.
Okay. Let's listen to the
I guess
conversation.
we should figure out
The weapon was right there.
That pillar.
No, the killer used and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
Yeah, it's either the addition
I guess
or
we
the
should
other
figure
one.
The weapon was right there.
That pillar.
No, the killer used and beat the crap.
If it was unexpected.
That's right.
It was a surprise beating.
Wow. Okay.
Damn it!
Oof. All right.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the
Was that
scene of the
surprise
crime.
beating? I mean,
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer. The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected.
That's right.
It was a surprise beating.
it doesn't seem like a surprise though.
Damn it!
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right
I
there at
guess
the scene of the crime.
fragments would make sense.
That pillar.
No, the hammer. The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
No, the fragments would have been interesting things.
Damn it!
I hate trying to figure out the
I guess we should
first
figure out the
thing.
weapon first.
Oh.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
How
That
could he use the
pillar.
hammer if it
No,
was
the hammer.
brand
The
new?
killer used that and beat the crap out of him.
Yeah. It's a new
No, that's
freaking
wrong.
hammer. Why would it? It wasn't used. It didn't look used. Oh man, that makes sense. You're trying to prove
No,
the pillar's
I
existence.
can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Pillar's purpose.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body. Just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
It was definitely placed there with that explicit purpose, but yeah, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Yeah, but then where was the piece that they used?
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta? Me?
Just so y'all know, I was trying to test you guys.
Ooh, he's looking weird now.
I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
The pillar.
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle?
All right, Chiaki, let's throw it down.
If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon,
You
right?
know, I wonder if they used the hammer to take down the pillar. The actual weapon has oil on it.
I see!
Broken pillar does.
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
I mean, he got surprised by it, I guess.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Oh yeah, you can only move it a little bit. It's no use. It's barely budging. Didn't I tell you?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty frickin' heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Mekamaru, yeah, but why would he kill himself?
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
I don't think so in this case.
Don't be stupid! He ain't the type to commit suicide!
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
What the heck?
Unless this is like, this game is meant to play out just like the first one, mimicking every murder, you know, that'd be crazy too. Not so sure though, but it does bother me a little. That word, suicide. By the way, the fourth murder of the killing school life was apparently ruled as suicide. Huh? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit suicide.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes.
Yes, for reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all. Alright, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all.
I love her very formal attitude.
Sonia, here I go!
Alright, she's excited. So I guess we're supporting her argument. But there's pillar fragments underneath. Alright, well, let's see what's in store for us here, and then we'll figure it out.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
Yeah, but how do you get him to stay in place? The killer murdered Nekomaru by tipping over the pillar. Is that really it?
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Oh, okay, I get it. Because the pillar
Even
fragments
I
are
could
below
probably
him.
tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
I'm trying to think, like, where's
There's
the
no
place
need to
you
lift
go
that
into?
pillar.
If the pillar was beating him with it is...
What about tipping the pillar over?
Got her.
No, that's wrong! If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
It also probably should have stayed on top of him. But, I mean, okay.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body.
I mean, maybe he was hit from behind, and then they rolled him over.
If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too. But it's probably not what happened. I see. That was entirely my bad.
I mean, you're not wrong. I don't think you're far off, Sonya. I just don't think that was the way it happened.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
Well, they probably tied him up. Oh, wait. Would it be possible that they made him commit suicide? Like, they tied him up, and then they used that, they tied it around the pillar, and basically when the alarm clock went off, he woke up, reacted, and then pulled the pillar down on himself, killing himself instantly? That would be interesting.
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
I mean, the blood is on the pillar.
But we can't
Or
say
oil.
for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, the same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter.
Man, this guy is having a freaking head trip right now.
What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh. What did you say?
He's saying you a bitch, Kazuuchi.
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito. What the hell happened to you?
He went through some shit.
How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
That he was blind before to the truth, and now he can see the signs.
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill!
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
Well, the wire or the alarm clock.
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
I mean, he didn't know it before, but he did, what's the word? Technically, he didn't find it, but he may have figured it out.
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon. I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
Jesus Christ. Don't feed into his ego, Sonia.
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the Funhouse.
You mean like how it's constructed?
Huh? The secret of the Funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you?
Well, actually, I think I get it. I think it's... well, guessing on the way it's built, it sounds like they're on top of each other, and that all the elevator does is go 180. Or they're right next to each other. Whatever the case, it seems like they're kind of together. Nope, I'm not sure. I don't get it. I don't get how the Funhouse works, but...
Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
You are a dick, sir.
Except for Hajime?
He's a big dick waffle, Fuyuhiko.
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the Funhouse, right?
Yes, we should.
Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the Funhouse. Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower.
You'd think that, but I think they're on top of each other.
It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the Funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Kazuuchi, please stop.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
Alright, faux show. Faux show. Alright, she said she'd leave it to us, I guess. The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Oh, the good night button. Oh my fucking god, I forgot that shit. Oh my god. Oh, I want to have an aneurysm.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Oh, yeah, we're about the town.
So that's the secret of the Funhouse.
Is that really it?
Actually, wait, I'm having a moment. You know what? Let's view Hiko's account again. It was about the clocks, right? Yeah, the clocks.
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Strange feeling.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
No, that's wrong.
I guess that makes sense. The strange feelings. Cool. Just took one death.
Those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
What's my homeland then?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
Oh my god, Kazuuchi, get off of her, I don't know, candy cane, royal empress, I don't know, man, stop, please stop. You're not helping me.
Doesn't it seem strange?
Yeah, I feel like they're on two different levels.
When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
Huh.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something.
That wouldn't explain the doors, though.
If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
It might not be far off.
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down!
Ooh, she wants to argue? Oh, baby, give me a sword fight.
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
That's a little too difficult considering he's a robot. But, okay.
While we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower? But we should have all been together during that time.
I agree.
Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
There's no way they could have moved it.
Then Monokuma did it.
Why would Monokuma mess with the evidence? Unless he did it.
While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
And it was perfectly placed down? Yeah, okay. That won't happen.
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
That's not a good quote, Sonia. That's what a rich person said to a bunch of starving French people, and led to her inevitable guillotining. Jeez, just sugarcoating over that quote, huh, guys? Okay, cool. You know, I thought of a name now for this chapter. The Marie Antoinette chapter. Alright. Oil on the floor. You would have noticed if you moved it, so I guess it's the one you want.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Fuck. Alright. I need a counter.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing. There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled, and Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Okay, I guess just wait till the end.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
Yeah, probably.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the pillar, he could have moved it all, easy as pie.
Shit! Ah, man, I cut the wrong
Damn
thing.
it!
Alright, I gotta go to the
There are many
other
different
one.
ways.
At least some on the oil on the floor.
The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled.
And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Oh, come on. Alright, I gotta look.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Okay. So we need to save about 7 slices to get through that last bit. I got it now.
There are many different ways.
Alright, let's try to save this.
The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Yep. Alright, so we got through it with 9.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
Maybe.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear.
Ugh, okay, now.
Crap!
I'll take the damage if it means I don't lose the argument.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear.
Wait.
The pillar, the body, he could have moved it all, easy as pie.
It was that one. It was that one. I had to hit it with the sword.
Everything at the crime scene.
Ka-chow!
Allow me to cut through those words!
Give me that counter, baby.
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Huh?
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, it'd be too perfect.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
My only assumption is that we're on like a weird elevator system, but okay.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
So what really happened? Does that mean the 2 towers aren't the same building?
They could be connected, I guess.
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the E-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the 2 towers were the same building.
What if they're above each other, like I thought, like an elevator system?
If they're not the same building or 2 different buildings, then what are they?
No idea, huh?
I mean, give her a break, guys. This mystery ties into the secret of the Funhouse. But we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up.
Well, you're the only one who saw it.
Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the Funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
No, he doesn't play that way, guys. Don't you know?
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determine what? Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Oh, because there's one person who went there. I mean, did something happen to him?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
Ooh.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
He performed the appropriate action in order to learn the secret. What could he be talking about?
I see!
I mean, it'd be obvious that he almost shot himself.
You're talking about the final dead room, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it.
Which means you think someone else cleared it. They had to have.
In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
Oh yeah, we did get a battery. We get batteries and a camera. Oh yeah.
You took a picture?
So he was allowed to bring that?
Yep.
Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket.
See? This is it.
And as he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again.
What?
I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room.
Okay.
But don't you think it's weird?
I mean, yeah.
If the Funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this picture?
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
Wow. Are we doing a deep dive or a thinking time? Okay, so what doesn't make sense about this picture? Oh, it's spot selection? I mean that. The tower, right? There's only one tower in the picture. That's what we've been thinking about all along. Which means it's not unnatural at all, don't you agree?
Crap!
Alright, well then what about the trees? Why are we in the air? Obviously.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange.
And there was that door, so it would go down into Grape House. It's possible.
This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
I see. And is that it?
Nagito said there's a lot of things that don't make sense in this photo, which means there are other contradictions contained in it. Alright, another spot selection. I mean, this tower alone makes no sense.
Crap!
Okay, I didn't know, man. I was guessing. The sky? Why does the sky matter?
If the structure of the Funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle, which means if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it.
But it's not there.
But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
That's right. Good call.
Then it'd be safe to assume that it's an elevator system for the circle room, and instead, what's it called? But how's the elevator work? It makes no rattling, nothing.
In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
No, it's not, Gundam.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me, if you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this.
Alright.
It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student.
You know what, Nagito? Fuck off. For a regular high school student, I have solved not one, but 3 other murders. Okay? So, like, literally get out of here with that.
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
Other clue? Is he talking about that one time? Why, hello there, Hajime. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. You showed up. How'd you... Oh. Wait. What? Maybe I teleported.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
The bottom floor.
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already?
Okay, never mind. The top floor.
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
Which would have the perfect place for the drop door to come from.
What does it mean?
What is that? Okay. The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor. Using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Alright, let's do this. Is this a deep dive or a Hangman's Gambit? Okay, a logic dive. I'm ready for a logic dive. Alright. Whoop. Let's jump. Alright, we're gonna speed through this because I got to run so fast. Okay. I don't know, I think of all the game modes, the logic dive is like the least... Oh, fuck. Not enough time. As I said that, like the least difficult as I slam my face into... Alright, game. Alright, no, I mean, because I guess I'm also speeding, so it kind of makes sense. Do Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? They don't exist. Am I wrong? Yep, that was wrong. Oh, they exist. Okay, and then they're above each other. Okay, fine. Take it. Okay. So then they exist. They exist, but I think they're on top of each other. Strawberry House being on top of Grape House. So then moving on. Alright. Oh, you fucking game. You're a cheating scumbag. So you're forcing me to jump every time. Oh, fuck. Okay. Alright, game. Jeez. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, question 2. Are Strawberry House and Grape House the same buildings or two different buildings? They're the same building. They're the same building. They're just on top of each other. I've gathered that point. Exactly. I mean, taking into consideration what Nagito was saying, it only makes sense that they were the same building. Or they are at least the same building just on top of each other. It makes the most sense. Ooh, ooh, god. Okay. Hey, blue pillars. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Alright. Question 3. How are they connected vertically? Vertically is probably the answer. Not horizontally, because that makes no sense horizontally. Obviously, then the other room wouldn't make any sense. So we're flying through, and we did it. Cool. So it's they both exist. They're the same building, and they're vertically attached. And the building that's next to it that we saw is probably where the circle room exists, or the hall. And what happens is while we wait for it is because it has to go from that floor it was on, up, or the other floor was on, down. Now, how the other elevator works is more perplexing. I'm trying to figure out how it works. Does it move? Or does it just... Because it says he does a 180. That's what I'm trying to figure out, because he said it does. It just did a 180. The compass did a 180, and in my head, how does that work? How do you make an elevator that just goes? Okay, we'll figure it out, I guess, as we go forward. Together. But I'm interested. I'm interested to see how the elevator between the two houses works.
I got it. I know the secret of the Funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building? Different floors?
Yes, vertically, at least.
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings.
But one 6-story building.
They're actually one 6-story building?
Correctamundo.
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
where is Strawberry House located? The floors above.
I see.
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap. I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
I just love the way she talks about these things.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
No, I mean, they could easily be on top of each other.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them.
Yes.
And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the Funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd!
Is there a camera crew here? Is this a new thing?
Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
I guess so.
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House.
That would explain Mechamaru's body never moving.
Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Because the platform goes to either floor.
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
Oh, so harsh.
I'll definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
Notice me, Senpu. Not gonna happen, dude. You could try, I guess, but it's an elevator system, I suppose. Oh, I guess broken doorknob would be the answer here, because it's on one floor, not the other.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Oh my god.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
Oh wow.
No fair! You
She
totally stole my
likes
spotlight!
Gundam a lot.
So which one was the fake body?
Aww.
Shut up! Just pick one of them.
Aw, he gets shoved to the side. Poor dude. Alright, the dummy, no. Makes no sense.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Nekomaru died with... It should be possible to...
You're magnificent!
No fair! You...
So which one?
Shut up! Just pick one of them.
To think that Sonya would
I'm
go
gonna
after
solve
Gundam
this
is
mystery in a
actually
flash.
pretty interesting.
Then hurry up!
One of the bodies in one of the was actually a dummy.
Holy shit.
No, that's wrong!
Strange feeling. Woohoo! Got him.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Huh? Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said...
Not just that, the parts that I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too.
Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Trying to pin blame now?
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer.
I kind of agree right now, honestly. If anything, it's like Gundam and Sonia. Very iffy to me.
If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall.
Also true, why would he have gone through the efforts to fix those things to prove stuff if he was the killer?
It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
I'm even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
It's an elevator, guys.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
Well, remember, everyone's perspective is kind of fucked right now. They're completely thinking this is two different buildings when it was really just one with multiple floors. So obviously an elevator was used to do this. A device like that. A device that transports things to different floors in the same building. I feel like I've seen that before. Alright, let's do this. Are you kidding me? Guys, it's a fucking elevator. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, I guess. I don't know whether to feel dumbfounded or feel like this game is insulting my intelligence. Oh my god. Alright. This game is definitely insulting my intelligence. Oh my god. Okay. Elevator, nobody knows. Elevator, doing you doing. Aw, fucking dicks. Alright, well, that's happening. Oh, they're trying to make it harder by making it go faster. Alright, there goes that. Oh. And let those R's hit, and done.
I got it!
That was so hard, guys! Then again, like, when you get it, you get it. When you don't know it, Jesus Christ.
You must be talking about an elevator.
Yeah.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Well, it's safe to assume the hall is really an elevator.
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
Correct.
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
But what would be the purpose of that type of room in, like, I don't know, a normal situation?
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
That's a great question, but I'm pretty sure it's just so you, to be symmetric?
And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to check.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
Yes, it was.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
Yes, it probably was.
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
The things that didn't change when we moved between the two towers. Well, the positions of the pillars. That includes the body, the pillar, and the oil. We've been talking about that stuff for a while now. There shouldn't be anything strange about them, not even the fact that they all moved with the elevator. The one thing all these have in common, they were all on the floor.
I see!
I mean, anything connected to the floor probably stayed.
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And?
And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
There's something unique about that elevator. There's no ceiling. Oh, never mind. It's true, it has no ceiling, but that's not really relevant.
Damn it!
Okay, I guess, sure.
I see!
Only the floor moves.
So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower.
But what would be the purpose of that?
Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
What's like add to the funhouse?
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified.
Just an added effect. You think Monokuma added that himself to confuse us further?
It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
I mean, it is Monokuma we're talking about.
Did you hear that, Monami?
Oh, I mean Monami.
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Oh.
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Not that that worked, so they obviously misunderstood the structure of the tower as well.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair the button, but seriously, hold on. Even if you can do the repair, you can repair the button. What's gonna happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door that leads to the Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button on the Strawberry Hall side, the door won't open as long as the chain's there. You don't need to worry about that at all. Huh?
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the Funhouse.
But did they know the secret of the Funhouse?
The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand.
Uh-huh.
And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
Correct.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
You know, just on a side note, thinking about it, considering that the tower, the halls were different lengths, would have probably been enough example to know that there are two different buildings. Or the same build. Or at least weirdly connected. Because why would you make one longer than the other? If you're building a building, you'd make it equal distant. There's no reason to make a longer hall. I mean, I guess that would be like the first hint. Thinking about it now, looking at all the maps over and over again.
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
Probably not, but you never know.
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
If you say so.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right?
Yes, I did.
If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
I see. Now that you mention it, I completely forgot about that matter.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator.
Oh, that's why the 180 spin is important.
And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower.
No, not entirely.
Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
I agree. What does this mean? If the two houses are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the same in both houses. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in Grape House, the tower was on my right. And when I was in Strawberry House, it's facing on my left. Yeah, but how can I break through this contradiction? Alright, now we have to figure out the biggest part of this, how the elevator works. I think it's Kazeuchi's account. I think, because it goes 180.
If the two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
Wow, they're like on one
What's
together
with
in
this
this.
iron curtain of teamwork?
Yeah. So Gundam and Sunny are matching arguments. It sounds like it's making sense, but is that really correct? I'm pretty sure it's Kazeuchi's account. Let me make sure. But I think Kazeuchi's account is, yeah.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
Got him.
No, that's
it's
wrong.
The 180 spin.
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
It probably... Oh my god, what if it spun around the building as it went up? That would be possible. You would never even notice.
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Oh, that. Yeah, that's pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Yeah, perfect flip.
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees.
Don't rotate the screen. That doesn't help.
It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
Yes.
Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
That would explain why it took so long.
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
Makes so much sense now.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
You mean where we are?
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know.
Bingo.
And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
At least he's admitting it.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
No, it's just a way to trick you.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with.
Thank you, Monokuma. You're the best.
I'm different from these lowly humans.
How? Oh, you are, I guess.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff.
Yeah, I guess so.
What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now.
But we never even went there.
As long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
What an octagon means? An 8-sided shape?
I see!
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable. I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
In the middle? It's probably befitting of the name Octagon.
Crap!
I don't...
Here!
It has to be like a layer above it, right?
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Why is that place the Octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house?
Yeah.
If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one,
Oh, that would
you
be
get
an...
8 edges.
Oh my
It becomes an 8-sided shape.
That actually is very clever.
That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the Octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
No, it was not.
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the Octagon.
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the Funhouse.
Why?
Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the Funhouse from the scenery, and then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime.
I'm still trying to figure out how they did it.
It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
Okay. The funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon. What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer who did that? Alright, and that is intermission. Woohoo! Alright, guys. I'm gonna call this episode here. Considered...
Hiya!
Hey, Monokuma. But yes, I'm gonna call this episode here. It's been a doozy to get to this point, so bear with me, guys. was a lot of setup just for the, I guess, the whole facts. We had to figure out the Funhouse, and I figured once we figured out how the Funhouse worked that we'd get the intermission. But going forward, we're going to go from here and then work on figuring out who killed the person. Now, who would understand the structure of the building and use it to their ultimate menacing plan? I'm leaning more towards the Gundam Sonya combination and not really the Kazuyuchi one, considering that he's kind of just an obsessed fool and not really crazy enough to kill somebody. I don't know, he seems very pure, so I don't think he'd be the one to do it. He's also very squeamish, so I doubt he would put the gun to his head. Yeah, basically that's what I'm thinking. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and are looking forward to the exciting conclusion of this class trial. Anyway, it's Tofuru here, and I'm signing out.